My every intention is to make this a Friday quickie, but it depends on where the Spirit leads me with this topic, and we'll go from there. So, as you see, the title or the pieces, release and flow. Not hustle and flow, but release and flow. Because sometimes doing the stuff, doing all the things correctly, or doing your part doesn't matter. Sometimes it just doesn't matter. And you can do all the right things at the right time and things still turn out wrong. So let me give you a great example. My husband and I own we operate, I should say, a call center. And, um, we had done a lot of prep work for this particular call center venture that we have. Fast forward to payday, where we are to pay our contractors and those that work with us in this space. And social media is a mess. Anywho, um, we have contractors that we contract out to do the work for this call center. And everything that could have went wrong with our bank went wrong. But these were things that we would have never anticipated, because when you open up an account at the bank, you expect the people at the bank to know how to be able to use the right forms and open up the account and do things properly. Well, that's not what had happened. What had happened, there we go, was things did not go as planned. And so the funds that we received from the company that we partner with were in limbo. But we still had contractors that had to be paid today. And I'm a girl all about my money. I know I don't want to hear no whoop-de-whoop from someone that I'm working with as to why their bank failed or why X, Y, and Z happened, because that's, as a contractor, that's not my concern. You know that I work the shift, I work the hours, pay me my money. So he and I, from that perspective, totally got that. Anywho, that was a total surprise for us. It didn't break us, but it was just a surprise, because it's like we did all the right stuff. Like, what happened? And when we released we were right, we did everything right. Mainly me, because my husband's real chill. But when I released that, I did everything right, I crossed my T's, I dotted my I's, and somebody else still f***ed it up. And I'm taking the brunt of it. Once I released that and was able just to flow in the blessings of what actually was happening, and it allowed us to see, oh, so yeah, we need to have at least this much in reserves just in case something happens with the bank again. Or, oh, we need to have this going on. And thank goodness we didn't get the 25 agents that we asked for, because we weren't technically ready for 25 agents at this particular holy instant. It was great to start out with the 5 that we started out with, so that we can create some sort of flow and get things together. Sometimes doing the right things don't matter. And a lot of you moms get caught up in this whole space of, you created these plans and, oh my God, you want these plans to be executed exactly the way you think they should be executed, and you spend a lot of your time, energy, and focus on something you can't control, trying to control it. You spend a lot of your time, energy, and focus there. And stop it. Stop it. So how do you release and flow when life throws you a curveball? I would say, and somebody else who has a bit more woo than me, because I have, that's something I'm still working on. But I would say, feel the feelings. Just don't stay there. Like, I didn't stay there. I began to look for a solution. But definitely when life throws you a curveball, I believe that the only way to be able to release that so you can flow is feel the feelings of the disappointment, the anger, the frustration, whatever it is in that moment that you are feeling. Feel that, sit in that for a minute, and then come up with a solution. I say release those emotions around that and then begin to turn it around. Because from my experience, when you try to hold that in and go, I'm good, and yes, everything is wonderful, and it's positive, and this is great, you kind of set yourself up, for bypassing or not really dealing with the situation at hand and how you actually feel about something. To me, it's like you're bypassing your feelings when you experience something that sucks for you without trying to acknowledge that it sucked. I actually think that's kind of like crazy. It's like if something sucks for me, I'm going to say it sucks for me, and then I'm going to move on. But the first thing you want to do to be able to release that, so you can have that release and flow, is to feel whatever the fuck it is you're feeling. Again, if it's frustrated, feel frustrated for a bit. Roll in that. Be depressed. Be whatever for a little bit. Just let it ride. Let those emotions ride. The second thing I would suggest is get some clarity. And then after that clarity comes order. You know, get clear on where it is you want to go. Remember that the aim is to focus on the end game. I always talk about focusing on the end game. Focus on the end game. Once you have felt your feelings, now it's time to get in beast mode and focus on the end game. And that's not always easy to do when you have a lot of distractions, and things coming your way. It's not always easy to do. It's not always easy to do when your ego wants to keep you wrapped and whirling around in how icky you feel. That's why that one's a really thin line, but I feel like it's something that needs to be done so that you can move on to experience all of the emotions. But that's it. Feel the feelings, get clear, get back on that end game, and create the order to get there. That's how you release and flow when life throws you a curveball. You don't try to fight it and make it work out and, you know, push yourself beyond. You don't do that. You go, okay, this isn't working out. Is there a way to make this work out? Okay, yes, then do this. No, well, what's my next step? And then moving on from there. It's not always easy. It's not, especially when it's something that triggers you or that you're emotionally tied into. You know, it's really easy to say that, right? When it's something that you really don't care about that much or, you know, is really not for you. But when it's something that's definitely yours and it's kind of triggering, it's not as easy to release and flow. It's not. And I don't want to paint a pretty picture. Hey, whoever popped in, I don't want to paint a pretty picture of, oh my God, every time something bad happens, I like totally bounce back in 5 minutes and everything is awesome. I'm going to be honest. It took me 2 days to get unstuck from this because I had to let go of some things around disappointing other people. And once I said, okay, but I'm not going to disappoint anybody, like there's another option. Let's focus on that option versus on the way that you thought was going to work, not working. Move forward. Like I had to talk myself out of it. So, release and flow. When life throws you a curveball, feel that shit. Get clear about what your end game is. Get back in your beast mode. Create some order around it. That's it. That is it. Life is always going to throw you curveballs. So, that's it for tonight. I will be back with you all. I just want to give you a quick Friday quickie. I'm not offering anything. I just wanted to share. And I will see you all next week. Perky and alive because there's so many things happening in and around my life. Ooh, I do want to show you something. I am a co-author of this wonderful book, The Rising Sisterhood. Rise with us to step into your own power and change your narrative. So we'll be learning more about that as this week goes on. It's going to be really cool with some fantabulous ladies. It was a great experience. But that's it. So have a fabulous Friday. I will see you all next week. It'll be March. Bye.